Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal and I post lifestyle content. I would love if you took a second to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. For all my returning FaceTime besties, I'm super excited y'all because today I have my very first paycheck routine video. Basically y'all, if you watched my last few weigh-in vlogs, you know I've been talking a lot about discipline and how it's something that I just really need to implement into my life and just really improve on having discipline in certain areas. One of those areas is definitely finances, which I hate to admit, but I just very much so live a life of leisure. The girlies say soft life and I'm a soft life queen, but that's not in a good way, okay? Do you hear me? So I've decided to start really being intentional about having a paycheck routine, and I want to give a shout out to two specific content creators that have really given me inspiration for these type of videos. The first is Carter Sullivan. If you don't watch her, I mean, come on y'all, she is the queen of like reset videos, budget videos, all of that. And then the second one is a creator that I love. Her name is Lori Lux, and she posts a lot of content about just creating the life that you want, living a soft life, being very diligent in making sure that you're curating a future and a present that you enjoy. So she recently did a video about, like, you know, getting prepared for the recession, and she really emphasized the importance of having a paycheck routine that you enjoy. So I definitely took some of those steps that she mentioned and implemented them into my current routine. Now, another brief disclaimer I want to give, and I'm sorry y'all know I'm a little bit chatty, but for my budget, I will not be doing specific dollar amounts. I'll be doing percentages for my bills. And the only reason I'm going to be doing it that way, y'all, is because I don't want to tell exactly how much I make on the internet. I just feel like that's a little too much. But as far as like my spending money and my YouTube money, you will get specific dollar amounts. So that's enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and get into the budget. And just so y'all know, to set a nice environment, which is step one, I lit a candle as y'all saw. I also made myself a beautiful chai latte as y'all saw as well. So I have a really nice setup. The house smells good. I feel refreshed. And my setup, I just have a notepad and a pen because the accountant in me, I like to take notes. And then I have my laptop, which I'm gonna be transitioning now to putting that on the screen for y'all so that you can see the actual budget, and we will walk through it in detail. All right, y'all, so I have my laptop all set up and I'm gonna be sharing my screen, so I'm about to get small. But yes, so like I said, I'm gonna be doing the percentage method for my bills and everything. As far as what comes out of my paycheck from the government, y'all, this is crazy. The government takes 20% of my income off the top, okay? They take 20%. 13% goes to taxes, 6% goes to SSI, 1% goes to Medicare, and then my company does have life insurance policies on all of us, which is, I like don't mind it, and it's basically like, I think it's a $50,000 policy, or it might be $100,000 policy, and that money would go to your family if anything happened to you, unfortunately, you know. Now, as far as savings, y'all, this is really important because you obviously want to save money. So I have 8% of my income going to my 401k, so that is pre-taxed 8%. And then I have 8% go into like an emergency fund every month. And the way that I do it to make sure that I don't touch it unless it's an emergency is that I have it direct deposited into just a different account. My direct deposit at work looks crazy because I literally have it going to 4 different bank accounts. I know HR and payroll are probably tired of me, but I have one account that just is my emergency fund, and just that amount, 8%, goes there every month. So 16% of my income I do try to make sure to save. Now, as far as essentials, and these are the things I call essential because in my mind, no matter how down bad I am, I could be in this house with no lights, I'm lighting candles, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go under my couch to find change, but these are the things that have to get paid. So the first thing is my house, my mortgage. Now this is 24% of my income. It seems like a lot, y'all, but that's because of the type of loan I have. I do have an FHA loan, so I have to have an equity account. Not an equity account. What's that shit called? I don't know. Somebody's gonna leave it in the description box, but basically it's an account that keeps like your taxes, it keeps your taxes in there, so when it's to the end of the year you don't have to worry about your taxes not being paid. And it also, because I have an FHA loan, I also have to have PMI insurance, which is like a private insurance that makes sure that if for any reason you can't pay your mortgage, the bank recoups the money. So that's why it's 24%, but this is everything. Like I personally love having, I cannot remember what the type of account is called. And it's crazy because I just got an email saying that it's gonna get reduced. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Let me Google it. What is the account for your house that keeps taxes? Okay, escrow, y'all. I had to get to the bottom of it. So yeah, this housing line does include my escrow account and everything like that. So that is why I'm making that a little bit bigger just to make sure y'all can see it. So that just includes everything. And I personally, again, like having an escrow account. I love just not having that responsibility. People that like pay their taxes on their own at the end of the year, shout out to y'all, because you are a different level of responsible. Me, I love that it goes into this escrow account. I know it's getting paid. Last year I got a check back. I'm pretty sure this year I'll get a check back. So I love that. Then for my card, my bad, y'all. Then for my car note, y'all, my car note is 6% of my income. That is pretty standard, I feel like. I think that's a good amount. I do want to make also a really quick caveat. I talked about having all these different accounts. For my house and my car note, which I consider the essentials, I have a separate checking account that I don't have a debit card for this account. It's not linked to any other accounts. Like, it's a standalone account, and every month, every paycheck, 30% of my income goes into that account, because I want to make sure that no matter what, I have my payment. And I also pay my mortgage and my car note. I also make sure that I pay my mortgage and my car note twice a month. Just because when I first got the house, I was very intimidated at the thought of like having to pay a mortgage at the end of the month, because it was more than my rent, right? So I was just really scared, and I didn't want to just wait. I was like afraid I was going to spend the money. I don't know why I was concerned, because this is all stuff that like, never when I had an apartment was I not paying my rent on time. I don't know what it was, but for me, I like to pay it 2 times a month. So I pay half on the 1st and I pay half on the 15th. And actually it works out, because now I'm currently like a month or 2 ahead on my mortgage, which is crazy. Now, in hindsight, I probably should start taking time to like put a certain amount towards my principal. But we'll get to that eventually, because I do have credit card debt, so I don't worry about that as much. But yeah, 30% goes into a separate account just for the essentials. Now let's get into the bills. Y'all, I really don't have too many bills, especially on the 15th. So on the 15th, which is the paycheck we're budgeting for, obviously, I have my car insurance that comes out. It's 6%. Y'all, this is high as hell, and it's because I got into a car wreck, which really sucks. It's 6% just one time, you know, a month. 6% of this paycheck. My cell phone bill comes out on the 1st. I pay for my dad's life insurance, which if you have parents, y'all, and they're not in the best financial position, or they just are not the best with money, please, please, please sit them down, talk to them about getting life insurance. And even if you have to pay it every month out of your own income, do it. Unfortunately, as many of you know, I lost my mom to breast cancer when I was 20. And so obviously at 20, I didn't really understand the importance of life insurance and stuff like that. But y'all, there's nothing worse than having somebody in your family pass away and there's not money to bury them. There's not money to make sure that they have a homegoing service that is what you want. Luckily, my aunt really blessed and stepped up for my mom's funeral. Like, she paid for everything, but my mom didn't have life insurance and stuff. So that just taught me such an important, valuable lesson, especially my people of color. Get some life insurance. So it sucks that I pay this. I wish that, you know, my dad would pay it, but he's retired, so his income is less than what it normally is. And I just like the peace of mind of knowing that, like, I pay for it. So God forbid when that time comes, I'm able to get the money and bury him the way that he deserves to be buried. It's not a big policy at all, but it is enough to make sure that I can handle, you know, his homegoing service. Random aside, my light bill is 4% of this check. It's 4% of this check because right now, basically, what am I trying to say? It's 4% because it's summer. I live in Texas. It's hot as hell. So the AC has been up a little bit. So it's more than it normally is. My gas bill is very low. That's only 1% of my income, and that's a stretch, y'all. It might be a little bit less than 1% of my monthly income. My gym and my security come out on the 1st, so those aren't included. So from this paycheck, which is my 15th paycheck, 10% of it has to go to bills. Again, with the separate accounts, y'all, I have an account just for bills. That again, I have a debit card for this account, but I typically do not use the debit card. It's just sitting there. I have the money going there so that way I always have the bills in its own account. Now for debt. And some of y'all have seen this Dave Ramsey in the corner. You're like, baby, how you got debt? And you talk about Dave Ramsey. But listen, y'all, I went through some depression. Let me take a sip. Let me take a sip. I went through depression. I had a very, very hard 2021, okay? Very hard. And the way that I coped with it is by spending money on random stuff. I spend money on food. I spend money on trips. I spend money on things that I did not need. Amazon was getting a lot of my coin. I would be scrolling through TikTok in bed at night, depressed. If somebody said it was one of their TikTok's favorites, baby, I'm buying it. You feel me? So that's what happened. And it ended up putting me in credit card debt. By God's grace, I have done better and gotten out of a good amount of it, but there's still some that I'm working on. So this paycheck, 7% of my income from this check is going to Wells Fargo credit card to get them up off my back. Okay. Now let's get into subscriptions, y'all. My Amazon comes out on the 1st, so that's not included. But on the 29th, I have a car wash subscription, which to be honest, I haven't even used lately, but that's 1% of my income. And that is just like, to make sure that I can keep my car clean, I need to put it to use. I might go today, honestly, now that I'm talking about it. So this is a breakdown of my bills and my debt and everything with percentages. One thing I also want to share with y'all is just a good philosophy that I have always tried to loosely maintain in my mindset whenever it comes time for me to do my budget. And that is whenever I like commit to buying a car, when I committed to buying this house, I really took this into account, and it is Dave Ramsey's recommended household budget percentages. If you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, either you love him or you hate him. He is a very, very extreme financial guru, because I can't call him a financial advisor. I don't think he has like the professional experience as far as like actually going to school for it. However, he, you know, really preaches the principles of living a debt-free life, of being very intentional with your money, of budgeting every dollar. And he has definitely helped me in so many ways in my financial growth journey. So I try to, even when I'm not as strict on his plan, because it's very extreme. Dave is the type that he's like, you need to eat ramen noodles every day. You need to cut off all your cable. You need to cut off your cell phones. You don't need to buy no new car until you pay off your debt. That's extreme to me. I'm not doing that. So I just take the loose principles and use those. One of the things, so the way he emphasizes is that your housing should be 25 to 35%. As y'all can see, my housing is 24% of my income, so I'm under for that. Utilities should be 5 to 10%. My actual utilities are only 5% of my income because it's just the light bill and the gas bill. Food, he says 10 to 15. We will get into that when we get into dollar amounts. Transport, he says 10 to 15. As y'all can see, my car note is 6% of my income. Health, 5 to 10%. Luckily, I'm very blessed that my job pays for my insurance, my medical. And in addition to paying for the medical, they also give me $2,500 on a debit card at the beginning of the year, because we have a high deductible insurance because I work at a very small company. So they give us like $2,500 at the beginning of the year. to swipe until we reach the high deductible. So literally I pay nothing out of pocket for doctor's visits, which is a blessing because y'all know I go to therapy every week. I be at the thyroid doctor. Like, I just do a lot. Health, he says 5 to 10%. Right now, I don't know how much my health is. We'll have to look at that. I guess that would be a part of insurance. Again, insurance I don't have to pay. Personal, he says 10 to 15. Recreation, 5 to 10. And then savings, 10 to 15. As y'all see, right now my savings is at 16%. I'm happy with that. And oh, I forgot to mention one thing that's very important, y'all, too. And I'm just giving y'all a little financial advice that I feel like has really helped me. Even when I'm irresponsible with money, there's certain things that I've done that have really helped me. One thing is your 401k. If you work at a job right now, I don't care if you're part-time, full-time, because back in the day when I used to work in banking in college, I was a part-time bank teller. 2 banks I worked at, they offered 401k. But I did not have the foresight or the knowledge to realize how amazing that would have been for me to be able to start already investing into a 401k at like 19 years old. If your company offers a 401k match, you need to be putting in the amount that they match. So my company, the max that they match is 8%, and that's what I put in, 8%. That is so important. When you don't do that, you're leaving money on the table. And I know right now you're looking at the stocks and you're like, oh, everything's down, it's so bad. But this is the positive of that. If you're in an index fund, which I'm not gonna get into too much detail about index funds and stuff because that will be a whole separate video, y'all. But the benefit of a 401k is typically it is a directed investment, a managed investment, and they normally put your money into index funds. Index funds typically are the most, like, one of the more secure types of like stock investments. So even though right now we're in a downturn, you have to think about it about the same way you buy clothes, right? You buy you go on Shein, your basket is $400, but Shein has a coupon for 30% off. Are you gonna be like, oh no, I'm not getting it because they want to take 30% off? No, you're gonna be like, duh, 30% off is a savings. Right now, because of where the economy is, stocks are on discount. Get as many as you can because they're gonna go back up. The same way with, like, I bought Tesla stock. That's another example. And y'all, I'm rambling, but I'm just giving little tips. I'm no expert. I'm just telling y'all what I do. For example, Tesla. I bought Tesla when they did the split because I knew when Tesla split their shares, I knew it's Tesla. It's gonna go up. Y'all, I only bought 2 shares because that's all I could afford at the time. Now those shares are like triple the amount that I initially paid, which is insane. So definitely take time to invest in your 401k because you want to make sure that you are putting the money in and getting the stocks while they're on discount, getting them while they're on sale. Yes, right now, I don't even look at my 401k right now. I have not looked at it because I know what time it is. It's gonna do nothing but depress me. But the money's there and you don't really lose money until you sell, if that makes sense. If I sold right now, then yeah, I'm losing money. But if I didn't sell right now, it's like, you know, it works out. Okay, y'all, now we're gonna get into, hold on one second, I'm not recording. Un momento, por favor. Okay, y'all, now we're gonna get into how I actually budget and track my spending, which, y'all, I don't want to sugarcoat it. This is very much a work in progress for me, and that's really why I'm making this video, because I really want to hold myself accountable. And the way that I'm gonna do that is, y'all know I post it on the internet, and then y'all will be like, girl, you haven't done an update on your budget. So y'all help keep me accountable. The website that I use, and there's different apps and stuff. This is just y'all what I really loved when I was super into finance. And it is called YNAB, aka You Need a Budget. And what I love about YNAB is that it's just a really very simple, straight to the point way to budget your income. There's tons of super helpful videos about using YNAB. Right now, I'm just gonna go through kind of how I use it at a very basic level. So I have a budget that's called spending money. And this is from my checking account that I have. There are a certain amount of my money from my paycheck is direct deposited, that's my money that I have to live off of. Now with YouTube, I am gonna say that I'm gonna start including that into this budget just because I wanna give y'all YouTube money numbers so you can know how much money I made each month. Okay, so For living, the first thing that you want to come in and do is I'm going to put in my paycheck. So I'm going to get my paycheck on the, I'm going to put that I got it today, and I'm going to do payroll. And it goes to ready to assign. And so this is from my this is from my job. $500 goes into this account off the top, 500. Okay? Then this month, the month of August, my YouTube income is going to be, hold on one second, I'm looking it up. I texted my friend. I texted my friend about it just because I was like so freaking excited. I was like, girl, guess how much my YouTube money is? Let me see. So let me see. Okay, so my YouTube check this month is going to be $494. I don't know. So YouTube, like, typically I think they cut your check on like the 22nd. So I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and include it in here now and just like put it ahead of the time. And so that income is going to be from YouTube, and category is going to be ready to assign, and that is going to be $494. Okay, so there you go. That is all the income that's upcoming. And as you can see right here, this is a scheduled transaction because it's letting me know that in August, around the 29th, I'm gonna have $494 incoming. It's a good way just to kind of have it on the horizon without already spending the money. Now we're gonna go to the actual budget. So the categories that I have for living are groceries, gas, eating out, fun. Then I have my beauty stuff, and I probably need to split this into a second category, y'all. That's what we're gonna do. Self-care. We're gonna do self-care because, oh, never mind, let me delete this. We're gonna do a whole different category group, and we're gonna call this one self-care. And then I'm also gonna do another category group called travel, y'all, because I have a lot of trips coming up. Okay, so for self-care, I'm gonna move eyebrows under self-care. I'm gonna move lashes under self-care, obviously. Hair, clothes, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move that all under self-care just because that's actually where it should be. For travel, I'm gonna add my trips that I have coming up. So I have the Bahamas coming up in September. Then I have the Virgin Islands coming up in December. And then also another trip that I have that's a little bit more local is that I have I have ACL, which is a music festival. And it's coming up in October. I already bought my ticket and everything, but I just want to have that on the horizon. And I'm gonna put these in order of, yeah, of like when they're happening. So let me hide this. Okay, so I have $500 right now ready for me to assign. And what's really cool, what I love about this app, and I'm gonna just reorder this a little bit. I'm gonna move living up to the top because that really should be the first, and then I'm gonna move self-care up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so for groceries, I have $500 for it to last me 2 weeks. So break it down to $250. For groceries, I'm really gonna only try to spend $60 this month. We will see how that goes. I'm a little nervous. I'm trying to be realistic with like my spending. For gas, or wait, so I need to do $120 for groceries. On a weekly basis, I can get away with $40 of gas, so I only need to budget $80 of gas for the month, for this paycheck. For eating out, now y'all know I gotta keep it real here. I eat out a lot. And so I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give myself $50 a week to eat out. And I know, I feel the judgment. I feel the judgment, y'all, but if I lie, how's that gonna help us? How's it gonna help us if I don't tell the truth? Then for fun, I'm gonna give myself $40 a week. And you see how the ready to assign is going down more and more, which is not a good sign. And then I'm gonna give myself, as far as household, which that's like cleaning supplies. Oh my gosh, y'all, see, I'm already forgetting something. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, I already forgot something. Y'all, I got a housekeeper again. I'm back to having a housekeeper. Totally forgot I was about to leave her up out of here. But yeah, now I have a housekeeper again. So I have to include that. And she's gonna be charging me $85 to clean my house. It's supposed to be coming once every 2 weeks right now. But honestly, now that I'm here by myself, y'all, because y'all know when my roommate moved out, I like got rid of my housekeeper. And I didn't get rid of her, but you know, I just told her like, I don't really need a housekeeper anymore. That was a lot. I need one. I found a housekeeper who does my neighbor next door. She's $25 cheaper than my housekeeper was. And so I told her every 2 weeks, but honestly, I might just move to a month, once a month, and have her do stuff like floors and everything, but we'll see. So I'm gonna budget $85 for that because I forgot about that. And then I'm gonna budget $25. So as you can see, I have $10 left. That's just not realistic. So I have to go in here and I have to see where I'm gonna trim the fat. Now here's where, this is why I do numbers for these, y'all, because this is really what makes and breaks me. And I start pinching away from the other money that I have because I'm distracted. So first things first, what can I let go of, right? Because I need to get my lashes done. I need to get my eyebrows done without a doubt. Those are $15. So I'm over, you say now I'm over by $5. And this is when I have to look at the calendar, y'all, to see what the tea is as far as, let me see. So my birthday trip is in September, y'all. So to be honest, like lashes and hair, I'm not really trying to get none of that done until September, right before I leave. So I'm cool with like not having those done. I do need to get my eyebrows done. As far as clothes, I'm gonna wait till the YouTube money actually hits my account and then I'll budget for that. But yeah, to keep it 100, child, I'm gonna have to, now I gotta move $5 from somewhere. And of course, me being trifling, I'm taking it from the household so I can afford my eyebrows. So yeah, this is my budget for groceries, gas, eating out, fun with my friends, household stuff, the housekeeper. This has to last me from August, I get paid again on August the 26th, y'all. So it's gotta last you, girl. And then what's also really stressful is for my birthday trip, I don't get paid like that week that we leave, if that makes sense. Which I always hate when that happens. I get paid a week before, so I have to really be good with my money. But yeah, y'all, this is just my budget routine. It is a work in progress. I want to let y'all know this, but this is what I have been trying to do, create a calm environment that I enjoy, really be honest with myself about my spending. As I work on this spreadsheet more with the percentages and stuff, I will make it available to y'all. Just right now, it's like it's still a work in progress. It's still a work in progress. So yeah. If you enjoyed this budget video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also in the comment section, let me know what is your biggest spending category, like as far as lifestyle stuff. And let me know if you would like for me to do any other type of financial videos, y'all. I don't know everything. I am learning and growing as I go, but I do want to start implementing this into my channel because I believe it's so important for women to have a good handle on their finances, to be honest with themselves. And sometimes just sitting down and making a budget is a good start. Knowing what's coming in and what's going out is a good start. So yeah, y'all, I'm about to end this video, start paying some of these bills that I have to pay that I don't have on auto pay, and start my day. Also, I want to make it clear, y'all, this budget is done before I spend a single penny from that account, okay? Not a dime is being spent until this is done. Love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Question, tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Only ring your celly when I'm feeling lonely.